So we were on November the 30th, 2021. This is at 10:39 in the morning. You identified both James and Jennifer Crumbley in Oxford High School.
Correct.
Okay. So this was the surveillance video pulled from that day and that time?
That's correct.
Okay. Now the clock there that says 12:42, that's incorrect.
Correct. It never changes.
Okay.
Correct.
So the actual time is in the yellow at the bottom of the video. It just turned 10:40 in the morning?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, thank you. Did you come to learn who this person was that greeted James and Jennifer Crumbley?
Yeah, it's a school counselor.
Okay. It just skipped now from 10:40. Exhibit. Who do we see leaving the office?
That's the shooter.
And that's 10:52 a.m.
Correct.
This is 10:53 a.m. Who do we see?
It's James and Jennifer Crumbley leaving.
Okay. This is James and Jennifer Crumbley?
Yes.
And they're walking out of the counselor's office?
Correct. Back towards the front office.
Now, at one point in time, James Crumbley was holding a white piece of paper. Now it appears Jennifer Crumbley's holding that. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. And he just took it back from her?
Correct, he did.
So they leave the building at 10:54 a.m. on November the 30th.
Correct.
So this is 10:57 in the morning?
Correct.
Okay. And let me know when you see James Crumbley's vehicle leaving.
Here it starts right there.
Okay.
It turns to its left.
Okay, did James Crumbley stop by his house after that meeting?
No, he did not.
I'm going to move on to this is a location data at 11 a.m. Where at?
At Meyer.
Okay. And that's November 30th, 11 a.m., and that Meyer is where?
To the west of the school, just down the street.
Is that the Meyer you told us about earlier
Yes, it
today?
is.
Okay,
That is
so
it.
that's the Meyer you went to on that same day.
Correct, yes.
Okay. And do you know what he does there?
I know he sits there for a while, for a little bit. I think he starts door dashing.
Did he log on to DoorDash yet at that point?
Yes.
Okay. Here's 1:41. This is 11:24 a.m. And this is that same surveillance footage of Jennifer Crumbley's employer.
Correct, coming back to work.
So she's back to work at 11:24 now.
Correct.
Okay, so this is Exhibit 142. I'm going to go to a Zoom version here. This is November the 30th. This is the DoorDash search warrant return.
Correct.
Okay, so
Part of
you
it.
can. I'm sorry.
Part of it, I'm sorry, yes.
Okay, and so this is just depicting the November the 30th days. November
Correct,
30th
yes.
Days. Okay. And so he logged on to DoorDash at what time?
11.
Okay, so
AM.
that's the time he actually logged on.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. So going back to this version on Exhibit 142, there are no logons prior to 11 a.m. that day.
That's correct.
Okay. His first message was 11 a.m.
Correct.
Right? With Exhibit 80, Exhibit 143. Now, the time here at the top corner, that's 11 a.m. to 11:19 a.m. And this is a map that's been created that depicts DoorDash pickups. Is that right?
Correct.
Pickup and delivery?
The route he took, yes.
Okay. And if you refer back to that DoorDash search warrant return, Exhibit 142, you were able to tell that he had 4 different orders that morning until the shooting?
That's correct.
Okay. So this location history depicts what?
Again, that's the path from the Google search warrant return we used to follow the path down to where he picked it up to where he dropped it off.
Okay. And at any point, did he stop by his house?
No, he did not.
This is 11:19. That's when he got his second delivery?
Correct.
Okay. And Exhibit 44, 11:19 to 11:46. What do you see here?
It shows where his first drop off was to where the second pickup was,
Okay.
and then where he dropped it off.
Did he stop by his house then?
No, he did not.
Next DoorDash order is 11:58 a.m.
Correct.
Exhibit 145 here. This is the GPS locations.
Yes, it is from Google. Yes.
What do we see here?
His second drop off in the bottom part of the picture to where he went back up to the Meyer at the top side of the picture and dropped it off.
Did he ever stop by his house?
No, he did not.
This is 12:51 for a DoorDash order, November the 30th. 12:51, that's what you told us was when the shooting started.
Yes.
Exhibit 146, what do we see?
Where his third drop off was at the bottom of the picture in the pickup end of the fourth trip to the drop off of the fourth trip.
Okay. Did he ever stop by his house?
No, he did not.
Now, what's the first relevant event in either James or Jennifer's devices after the shooting occurred at 12:51?
An email was sent out.
Okay, this is Exhibit 141, or a portion of it. This is what?
That's the email header from the Oxford Community Schools at 1:09 p.m.
Your Honor, I believe this is Exhibit 147.
Oh, what did I say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right, 147.
Thank you, 147. So this email was found from a search warrant return on James Crumbley's email?
Correct.
Okay. And it was sent from Oxford Community Schools to James_Crumbley@yahoo.com.
That's correct.
Subject line was active emergency at OHS.
Correct.
Okay. And this was at 1:09 and 52 seconds in the afternoon.
Correct.
Okay. Now, are we able to tell from his data locations where he was when he received the email?
He was he was going to the Meyer. Yes.
Okay, so this is 1:11 p.m. So 1:11:38 seconds, about a minute and a half later, his GPS pinged at that same Meyer that you went to.
Correct.